After swimmer Katinka Hosszu broke the world record for the 400-meter individual medley on Saturday, the camera picked up a shot of her husband and coach, Shane Tusup, celebrating. To which NBC sportscaster Dan Hicks said, "And there's the man responsible for turning his wife into a whole different swimmer." The reaction was swift. Dan Hicks thinks women aren't responsible for their own gold medals, credits husbands' everyday sexism. Okay, so Hosszu, swimmer, shatters a world record by 2 seconds, and NBC's broadcaster gives the credit to her husband and coach. WTF, sexism. It is terrible. Except, you know who else credits her husband and coach? She does. And the idea that this comment wouldn't have been made about a male athlete is wrong. Do you remember the endless profiles of Michael Phelps' mom at the last Olympics with headlines like this? And she wasn't even his coach. That was Bob Bowman, whose face you probably recognize because he, too, was the subject of many adoring profiles. Hicks kind of apologized, telling the AP, "With live TV, there are often times you look back and wished you had said things differently." But he shouldn't have said anything differently. Athletes need support to achieve greatness. Acknowledging that support for women doesn't diminish their achievement unless you're sexist. Ebony, you're a woman.
Oh, yes, I am. So proud to be one.
But didn't I present some good evidence there? I think this is much ado. What do you think?
About nothing.
Yeah.
I'm going to be Judge Williams here, Tom. You know, I think you presented a very compelling case, and now I'm going to make the opposite point.
Oh, boy.
Factually, you're totally right. This is her coach, and almost like coach first, husband second.
Yeah.
But I think in the fastness of social media, that point was lost, and so a lot of people start looking at this through this narrow lens of, it's her husband getting all the credit. And you're right, it's not true, and coaches should be acknowledged for transitioning and transforming athletes. This woman's a complete and total rock star, and it's sad that I think many women, we feel so marginalized a lot of times around our success, so anything that even sounds like it's an attempt to marginalize that, we do take very personally.
Isn't that it? So that, I think that's what I'm saying, that they went and they wanted to jump on sexism, when really this is part of the Olympics, is talking about the people that help them to the top, right?
Yeah, I think the broadcaster was correct. He didn't word it perfectly, and that happens in live TV. He meant to say this man was somewhat responsible for her success, and obviously everyone watching knows that she's the one that did all the training, she's the one that went in the pool, and it's ridiculous to completely freak out and to think that he meant that a man was solely responsible. The man was partially responsible. We know that. Let's not freak out.
Wow. Okay, Michael, I think both of these women agreed with me 100%.
It does sound that way, Tom. Yeah, it does sound that way.
You're right, isn't it? Yeah.
I mean, I think it's getting some attention right now, and I think it's a good byproduct of people being more aware of sexist commentary, which is all over the place. You still have women being receiving comments all the time about their looks, even though they just won some Olympic event.
Nothing wrong with that, though. I mean, I am writing a book about that. That's very important, Michael.
It's right. What if they look great? I can't say it.
Well, it's not that you cannot say
Did you see that beach volleyball at Torpy?
I didn't watch, no.
It's fantastic.
Tom, it is fantastic. It's just not the main thing.
If you can look great and win at the same time, I think we call that what? A win-win.
That's right. Michael, Michael Malice.
Yes.
What think you?
Listen, if I'm as interested in what the shrieking feminists at Twitter have to say about sports as I am in hearing what they have to say about anything else, which is not at all. So they should just go home and quit their yapping and leave the sports to the grown-ups.
And go cook something, ladies.
That's what I will.
Don't pat me on the shoulder. That's aggression.
You know what, Michael, quit your yapping was in my monologue. I took it out because I thought it was too provocative.
I stole your joke.
Yes.
I stole your joke.
What about this other? Let's look at this this tweet from. Can we read it here? It's the wife of Bears lineman wins a bronze medal today in Rio Olympics. Now, is that, Jill, tell me, that one might be a little more offensive, right?
It's not a well-written headline. However, I feel like most of these people have some intern writing the tweets, and the other people are writing the actual news. I doubt the newspaper's actual headline that it printed was as backward as that. They're trying to catch local attention. They're like, hey, Chicago people, one of our guys has a wife that just won a gold. But it came out a little
I was going to say, I had zero problem with that one for that reason. This is the Chicago Tribune.
Yes.
So, of course, they're going to connect with their readership by saying one of our Chicago Bears linemen's wives. I mean, they had to put it in context. That's all that was doing. That wasn't sexist at all to me.
Okay, that's good. To me, that was a local story. And, you know, guys, do we agree on that?
Well, I want
There's
to
no
know where that
sexism in
woman
America?
lives. I mean, if she lives in Chicago, then she automatically makes it a local story. So it could have just been about her.
That's true.
I don't know where they live. Maybe they travel to play their
But maybe
nobody-
she doesn't have the notoriety, though. I think that would probably be the issue.
True.
Right.
Yeah, nobody knows her, so they can't just say some lady.
I like how it's notoriety.
But they had to say
Yeah.
Bears lineman. They couldn't even say his name. Like, no one knows the Bears
Yeah, to
lineman.
tell you the truth, I don't know who that guy is either.
I just
but.
know the 85 Bears, and they're awesome.
Look,
Listen.
this story is like about our election. On the one hand, you have, are we going to care about annoying women and their feelings, or are we going to care about winning gold medals and making America great again? The choice is clear.
There it is, a great endorsement of Donald Trump.